Welcome, welcome to the channel. My name is Justin. This is Fast Entrepreneur, and I'm out for a walk. Let's get it. All right. So today, I'm going to talk about probably what one of everybody on this channel is one of their most favorite topics ever. You get it. It's tax. It's tax time. Tax time. Taxes. So I want to talk to you about cryptocurrency taxes, and let's get into it. Before I start, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Merely sharing some information, educational purposes. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps. So taxes. All right. So you got into crypto, and now you're wondering, well, do I got to pay taxes? Well, quick answer is yes, you got to pay taxes. Up to this point, the IRS, in years past, it was kind of, unsure how it was going to be treated, but things have come a long way. There are several tax softwares out there specifically geared for cryptocurrency filing and preparation, and some have integration with some of the big name tax filers like TurboTax, etc. So, with that being said, it seems to me that it's very similar. And again, I'm not, this is just from what I've seen. It seems like they're treated very similar to traditional assets, meaning you'll have capital gains taxes whether or not how long you hold the asset. So if you buy or sell the asset, but you hold it less than a year, then you have capital gains, at the short-term capital gains rate, which is usually a much higher rate. And if you hold an asset for longer than a year, then upon sale, so only when you sell, that's when you'll have your tax liability, but then you'll have long-term capital gains. Now, there are other scenarios. Some people want to know, well, can I invest in Bitcoin or something like this in tax sheltered accounts? Now, I don't know exactly for sure, because I know a lot of these exchanges, in the crypto world, I don't know of ways, but I guess in theory it might be possible if you held these assets within, say, a trust that you had set up. And I would say, that's something you certainly would want to look into yourself, or maybe, speak to an accountant or a financial advisor. Now finally, so there are other ways that you could potentially pay taxes other than capital gains, and that probably won't affect as many people, but it looks like it will be treated as ordinary income if you acquired your crypto through some sort of other means. Like, what do I mean? Well, you didn't just go buy it, or you didn't go, get a ticker symbol. What you did was maybe you were doing some mining, or maybe you got an airdrop where you got, tokens given to you for free. Those could be events that could be taxed at ordinary income at the time that you gained possession. So, that it's just a brief overview. And just on those tax softwares, you can look into these yourself. I'm not, it's not, these are just ones that I've looked at a little bit myself. But, things like Zen Ledger or Coinly, or I think another one was TaxBit. I have to go back and look. I don't know all of them, but yeah. And so I guess that's, just in a few minutes, hopefully that helps you get an idea of taxes and cryptocurrency. And, it can probably help you to understand a strategy with what you're going to do with your crypto. Now, I'll take the next couple of minutes here just to kind of talk about how I think of things. And here's the deal, right? Nobody likes to pay taxes, or we like to push them off, and realize them at a later date. But keeping your money moving and working for you is important. So in Bitcoin's history, Bitcoin has had very predictable 4-year cycles, which means, you get this great run up, but if you don't sell, then you get a great catastrophic spike down, and then you sit in a bear market for a couple of years. And so maybe because you wrote it up and then wrote it down and never sold, okay, great, you don't have to pay taxes right away, but you also just, decimated all your returns on the way up. So is it worth it if you think that the cycles will continue and will continue to repeat? Now, I can't guarantee they will. Maybe this cycle will be totally different than the last several 4-year cycles after the Bitcoin halving. I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. I don't know if I would, if I thought that they were going to be the same as they have in the past. Would I really want to give up major gains just to sit in a bear cycle? Let's do the math. This is completely hypothetical. And let's say you invest in crypto early in a cycle and you get a 10-time return on your investment. Okay, so we're looking at 1,000%. Okay, let's just use these numbers. Now, if I sell somewhere near the top and I have to pay short-term capital gains tax, listen, I don't even know what the rates are at the moment, but so let's say they're 35%, let's say they're 45%. I don't know what they are, I have to go look. But so then if they're 35%, okay, so instead of getting 1,000%, now you're getting closer to say 650%. So 6.5 times your money. All right, now that's the scenario. And then you can always buy back in, in some other asset class, or you could buy back into crypto when the prices are lower and, ride that money up. Now, let's say the alternative is you just want to hodl, you want to hold, you don't want to sell, you want to avoid your taxes. Well, then you go from, let's say the same scenario, you get 1,000% gain, but then you hold on to them and you ride it all the way down. Now, in the past, Bitcoin's lost about, 80 to 90% sometimes from its peaks in these cycles. So let's say now you drop 80%. So what's 80% of 1,000? It doesn't look too good now, right? Now we're back down to maybe 200% or something. So now we're only at double our money. So we go from, but we save on taxes, right? We don't have to pay taxes because it's going to be a long-term hold. So let me ask you this. Now, and when you do pay taxes on that, right? Let's say for some reason you want to sell off in the next year when you're sitting in a bear market, if you are, you still got to pay taxes. It's not like it's 0%. So I'm just saying, to me, if the gains are going to be so big and, you go from either a 6.5x to a 2x, but you still got to pay taxes on the 2x. So I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me that if you think that these cycles will continue, I don't know why I would be worried about taxes when the big elephant in the room I should probably be worried about is, am I going to be going into a bear market? How big is that dip going to be? And how long am I going to have to sit there with my money not doing anything for me? So I'm out for a walk and it's still a little chilly, but not too bad. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, you guys, you could figure it out, but I mean, to me, I think I got to decide, do I think that this bull run is going to be different than all the others? Perhaps it will. Maybe we're entering in some sort of a super cycle. Ooh, right? A super cycle. Maybe that mass adoption is closer than we think. And, history's not going to repeat itself. So, hey, if that's the case, then the long-term hold doesn't sound too bad. But anyways, guys, I'll leave that with you. That's kind of my little thinking about, taxes. They're going to come due at some point. How to think about it? What's your strategy? But I think think about it now, so you kind of get an idea of what you're going to do, and whatever you do, I guess it's your plan. You got to stick with it. I'm just here to share my information that I've come across, and I hope that it helps. And with that being said, listen, if you found my videos or my channel helpful to you as you're navigating and going through your cryptocurrency journey, I would appreciate that you shoot up a like. If you want to write a comment, that'd be great, especially if you've got something to share, you got something you want to point out, information, etc., or some other topic that you might want me to focus on in the future. And then what else? Yeah, and then I guess subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for what's next. All right, guys, thanks. I got to get back inside. I got to warm up, get some lunch. Peace.